Uh, well. Another week has came by, and well, we have Oprah saying it was no big deal about being refused to see, being refused to look, being refused by clerk to look at a 38-year-old, 30,000, $38,000 purse. Okay, not 38-year-old purse, 30,000, $38,000 purse. Oprah looking at it like, hey, her thing was I wasn't dressed like a customer. I wasn't going in there looking like I was gonna be a customer. So the lady only did you know, what she's paid to do. I don't know. I don't get big and mad about that because it's not really important. What's important is that I seen a story today where a young man in Atlanta, he needed a life-saving heart transplant. And get the reason why the hospital, Children's Hospital of Atlanta, doesn't want to put him on the list. They said that well, he's not that great of a citizen. I mean, he's not a good boy. So not being a good little boy takes him off the transplant list. Come on, people. I remember years back when Mickey Mantle, the great Yankee slugger, was dying. And he went right up on the top of the donors list to get a liver. Now here's Mickey Mantle, who, despite being one of the greatest sluggers, probably one of the greatest players to ever play baseball, Mickey had a drinking problem. Mickey even admitted it himself. He said, if I had taken better care of myself, I probably would have lived longer. But Mickey got that liver transplant, got the liver transplant anyway, even though he abused his liver during his playing career. Well, he got a liver. Walter Payton, who refused to, who could have gotten the transplant that he needed to live, flatly refused to step over anybody and said, no, that's not right. He said, I'm a private citizen. I'm a citizen just like everybody else. There might be somebody that's a little bit worse than me that might need that transplant over me. And believe you me, Walter did need that transplant. Sadly, he didn't get that transplant and he passed away. He left us too soon. But getting back to the young man in Atlanta, why wasn't he allowed to have that transplant? Why is he not allowed to have it? Oh, he was a criminal or he was a bad kid. What does that have to do with a transplant, man? What does that have to do with something that could, potentially extend a person's life and you take that from them because their their background or their past. That shouldn't matter. If you put him on the list, put him on the list. Now, this young man, I think he's 16, I believe, could be, who needs this transplant, could possibly be not with us. And this is what I have a problem with when we talk about these donor lists and whatever. What determines a person getting on? Cash, status, or whatever, or who truly needs it? Kind of reminds me of the movie John Q. Y'all remember the movie with Denzel Washington where, you know, his young son needed a heart transplant as well to carry on in his life, and what Denzel Washington, you know, basically, you know, sacrificed, him and his wife sacrificed to do. They gave up everything they had, and then unfortunately the hospital said that wasn't enough because their insurance didn't cover it. I mean, I'm not saying go to the extremes of what happened in the movie, but we got to be realistic, people. You know, when we talk about healthcare, when we talk about, you know, preserving lives or taking care of us, why do we have to be selective? Why do we have to be, you know, picking out and choosing who gets this and who gets that? That's my take on it, family. What's your take? See you later. I'm John Hall, and I'm going home.